Starting the show with the breaking news that's coming in on the broadcast. Latest updates on Operation Sindoor. Top government sources tell NDTV that any act of terror in future will be treated as an act of war. That's the way now the government has set the red line going forward. And let me get in my colleague Aishwarya Jain to really fill us in with the details on this. This is a very important posturing and view that has been taken by the government, isn't it, Aishwarya, in terms of how future terror attacks, if any, the government will view them as an act of war?
Well, that's very big and strong line that the government of India has taken. The top government sources have informed NDTV that the government has decided that any future terrorism activity on the Indian soil would be considered as an act of war and will be responded accordingly. Remember, Prime Minister Narendra Modi just few hours back chaired that high-level meeting in which Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, CDS, NSA and the tri-service chiefs were present, and that meeting lasted for almost an hour. On a daily basis, we are seeing the action from the Pakistani army and Indian armed forces retaliating to it. It is the Pakistani aggression that has been given befitting reply on a daily basis along with the line of control and the international border as well. But certainly now the government of India has drawn a line. That's a red line that if any future terrorism activity will be taking place in the country or in the Indian territory, then it will be considered as an act of war, and that will be responded accordingly. Is the bigger message coming in from the sources. The top government sources had drawn the line. It is a direct message from the Prime Minister's office. The sources in the Prime Minister's office now clearly telling us that it is Prime Minister's state message to the armed forces as well to respond accordingly. Remember, India has already drawn the line of what retaliation Indian armed forces had been doing as far as Pakistan's aggression, the coordinated attacks as far as the drones and missiles are concerned on different Indian cities, the Indian military bases, and how India has reacted to it very strongly. There has been occasions when we have seen that be it the Samba sector in Jammu and Kashmir or the Rajouri or Poonch sector, it is Pakistani cover fire that was given, and an infiltration bid was foiled by the border security force as well. And this is the chance that the Pakistani army wanted to take it. They have been exposed time and again by the Indian dispensation, by the Indian armed forces, by providing evidences, visual evidences as well. And now it is on the sidelines of that. We have seen there were alerts and intelligence sources also stated earlier that there could be an infiltration bid in the Indian territory, but that has all been foiled up. But now the government has made it clear that no terrorist activity would be barred. It will be a clear red line that any sort of terrorism activity in the future will be considered as an act of war, and Indian dispensation will be acting accordingly.
Government's very tough, very direct warning to Pakistan coming in. As Aishwarya was saying, that high-profile meeting that took place, high-level meeting between Prime Minister Modi, Tri-Services Chief, National Security Advisor, Defence Minister, all those meetings that have taken place after this direct posturing by the government sets a very clear message to Pakistan. Aishwarya Jain, really appreciate you joining us live to give us that update. Through the